you have to continuously drive the conversation towards a specific destination. And so your initial conversation could be the destination towards getting them to the pitch table. And even if you're going through the pitch, your destination should be the close or the signature or the sign the dotted line, right? But during these times, there's going to be questions that come about or objections come about that you may not necessarily know the answer to. And again, the last thing you want to do is just guess. So what is a deflective automated answer? An example of it could be, great question. What I'm going to do is when I actually get with your closing department, and this is like, let's say if you're at the pitch table, or if you're at the beginning conversation, great question. Let me jot that down. When I prepare the information for you, I'll have all the details. But before I forget, let me just ask you a quick question. Get it? So it's deflective. It's automated because it comes out naturally. And so when questions come up, in other words, in short, what you're saying, and you can use any combination of words that you want to, is, yeah, great question. Let me jot that down. I'll get all the details for you on that. And when I get the information out to you, you'll have the answer. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live episode of Sales Remastered. You're catching this video on Instagram. However, I will repurpose this on YouTube as well as LinkedIn and possibly even Facebook. And so whatever platform you're catching on, make sure you add me on that platform, whether it is IG, whether it is Facebook, whether it is Instagram or LinkedIn, right? Make sure you got me on those streams because I'm dropping valuable content each and every single day. And in this particular episode, who I'm going to talk to directly are salespeople in general who are coming into an industry that may be new to them. And so one of the things that holds them back is just the fear of saying the wrong thing or the fear of not knowing the answer to a particular objection, right? Not having the right rebuttal. And I want to share this with you because I think regardless, even if you're seasoned, this lesson can serve purpose for you in times where the market changes or your industry changes, or maybe you have a new product line or a new guideline or whatever, right? And so I'm going to share this with you. But first, before I begin, let me give a quick announcement. I'm doing one-on-one direct mentoring, and I'm gonna have these posted on YouTube in the following days. So be sure you go to the YouTube at Sales Remastered channel and be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscription with the notification bell so that way you're notified, because you get to sit as like a fly on the wall and watch me consult and mentor salespeople who are new, who are seasoned, and believe it or not, they have the same problems, challenges, questions that you do. And so I believe firmly that you could pick up on some of these challenges. You know, I got a product that's very similar to this. It's called Mentors Library. And for those of you who don't know, if you go to my website, a Mentors Library module or the product, it's actually over 24 hours of content. And what it is where you're sitting with me, meeting and consulting and mentoring loan officers who work both retail, call center, and we go directly into just one-on-one direct mentoring. And again, it's like you're a fly on the wall picking up just nothing but gold. And it's a ton of content. I would definitely suggest that you go check it out. Link in my bio or go to salesremaster.com. Now, back to the bones of the video. The topic again is what do you say when you don't know the answer, right? And so this is going to become a challenge where even in the very beginning of your sales conversation or even during like your sales pitch, there are going to be times where you get asked a question or you get hit with an objection off guard and you simply don't know what to say. Now, the worst thing that you could do is make up an answer or spit out an answer and hope that it was true or correct, right? Because that's the last thing you want to do. And the reason why is because whenever you're uncertain about something, believe it or not, you radiate it through your tonality, you radiate it through your body language. And sometimes some people, including me, will go into a defensive state. And so we'll actually sound aggressive because the reason why is because we're trying to protect ourselves. So it's natural, right? It's our primitive brain trying to defend ourselves. And so when you get asked a specific question, and let's say if you're a newer salesman in your industry and you get hit with a question you're not exactly sure of, what you have to do, and this is the solution, is you have to create what I like to call a deflective answer. It's an automated deflective answer, meaning it's automated, so you're used to it. It addresses and answers the question or the objection, but at the same time redirects the control of the conversation back to you. And why that's most important is because if you go on this tangent trying to answer a question you're not exactly sure of, and you go on back and forth, you play ping pong on a topic that puts the prospect or the lead in guard or on guard, you're most likely going to lose because it's just going to become a debate. You have to continuously drive the conversation towards a specific destination. And so your initial conversation could be the destination towards getting them to the pitch table. And even if you're going through the pitch, your destination should be the close or the signature or the sign the dotted line, right? But during these times, there's going to be questions that come about or objections that come about that you may not necessarily know the answer to. And again, the last thing you want to do is just guess. So what is a deflective automated answer? An example of it could be, great question. What I'm going to do is when I actually get with your closing department, and this is like, let's say if you're at the pitch table, or if you're at the beginning conversation, great question. Let me jot that down. When I prepare the information for you, I'll have all the details. But before I forget, let me just ask you a quick question. Get it? So it's deflective. It's automated because it comes out naturally. And so when questions come up, in other words, in short, what you're saying, and you can use any combination of words that you want to, is, yeah, great question. Let me jot that down. I'll get all the details for you on that. And when I get the information out to you, you'll have the answer, right? Because they might ask you a specific underwriting question. And like me, I can't stand underwriting. I'm not an underwriter. I'm a salesman, right? So my goal is to get that interest towards the buying table and to get that person into a position where I could sell them the services. But in the interim, there might be technicalities or underwriting questions or guideline questions that I may not necessarily be sure of. And I don't want to throw my train of thought off direction, because if I second guess myself or I say an answer that I don't know is 100% correct, number one is I know that I'm not confident in saying it. And then number two, my thoughts will stay on that topic because I'll always constantly think, damn, was that the right answer? Oh man, what if that comes back and bites me in the ass? And now my focus is no longer on the conversation with the prospect. My focus is now on, oh man, I really hope that was the right answer. You get it? So these are going to be things that will happen most definitely wherever you are in your career, but most in particularly when you're new to the industry, when you're new to sales. You're one of the things that holds us back when we're new, when we're talking about something foreign, is the fear of looking dumb. It's the fear of getting something wrong or doing something wrong. So when you really break it down, that allows you to kind of break past that fear because you're not doing anything wrong. And there's not one question that answer will not work for. As a matter of fact, your prospect, your lead, your buyer, your referral, they're gonna appreciate you more because number one is they felt that they were heard. And number two is that they know that they're going to get whatever it is that they ask for. The bonus is that they're going to stick with you and give you more attention because they still want that one thing. And they understand that they got to do A, B, and C to get that one thing. So not only does it become glue, but it becomes your handicap and your advantage to actually answer with that automated deflective answer, right? And I know it's a long word. I just kind of made that up. I usually call it default answer. The reason why I call it default answer is because you default to it right away, and it sounds so smooth because it's automatic, right? And so if we get hit with, hey D, what's the guideline of penal code 1.9456 though? The revision happened 3 days ago. What's your thought on that? Great question. Let me jot that down. When I put the information together for you, Jim, I'll have all the details for you. But before I forget, let me ask you this question first, or let me ask you about, right, and then go right back into the conversation where you're driving the conversation. And so they'll respect you because they heard the answer, but also you were able to redirect it because you said, hey, before I forget, let me just ask you real quick, right? Or something to that effect. Or so, you know what? Let's say you don't want to say that. Oh, well, I don't want to say I don't. Before I forget. Then fine, don't say. You know what? Great question, Jim. Let me jot that down. When I prepare the information, I'll get that back. I'll get that out to you for sure. And then go back into the conversation, right? So all you're doing is you're answering the concern, but you're also giving them reason to continue following you while you drive that conversation. So I hope that this topic helps you, because I know this is gonna come up in your sales career and you gotta be able to find a way to address it. If you wanna know more about the wordplay and the scripts that I use, if you go to my website, salesremaster.com, I got this super cheap package. It's called Scripts and Templates module. It's the same scripts and templates that I use: email templates, voicemail templates, text templates, and scripts that I use: outbound scripts, inbound scripts, voicemail scripts, text scripts that I personally use to fund over 250 million per year in my own personal production. My team uses it. The top producers that are at my company uses it, and it's only $47. So go to salesremaster.com. There'll be a link below this video if you're catching on YouTube, and learn more about it. But if you really want to step your game up, you got to look at the other courses as well. So right now, it being a refi boom, I would strongly recommend that you pick up the Closing Secrets 101 or the Secret Formula if you want to build a career. Closing Secrets 101 will just revamp your sales technique. It will revamp the way you present, the way you pitch, the way you negotiate, the way you close, and the way you originate new deals. But if you want to build a long-term career, like go deeper into time management, go deeper into operations management, go deeper into sales management, go deeper into how to become the neighborhood favorite for your operations crew, that's where the Secret Formula comes in, because that helps you build a career. What Closing Secrets 101 is going to do is help you build a pipeline. It's going to help you build that consistency and that 20K plus per month. And the return on it is massive. So go check it out, salesremaster.com. And don't forget, I'm gonna be posting up new one-on-one live videos, right, on YouTube. So go to the YouTube channel at Sales Remastered. Make sure you hit the subscription. Make sure you hit the bell so that way you're notified when these videos come up. And I appreciate you in advance for all the likes, all the comments. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.